Okay, short reloading video. I saw an interesting question that I thought deserved a little bit of talk. And what it was is a guy had purchased some bullets. I'm thinking they were like 94 grain, 9mm bullets, and they were being advertised as 380 autos. And that's a pretty common weight of bullet for a 380 auto that you're reloading for. I know that there are some very light bullets like in the 60 grain range. I don't know if they're special in any way. Probably not lead. Maybe they're some kind of like less than lethal maybe. I'm not really sure. But 90 to 100 grain, you can see your 380s. Yeah, a lot of times you see 115 as kind of the lower common one for a 9 Luger or 9x19. So what I have here, so the question was very, very important and valid. Can I use this in a 9mm? Components are short, and you never know how someone's advertising a product. If you have a 6mm rifle bullet, what cartridge is that for? It could be for a 6x45 Wildcat. For an AR, it could be for a 6mm Magnum. It's hard to know what a bullet's for. So maybe the package had kind of suggestion like, hey, this is for 380. And you're buying it because you can't find anything else. So the short answer to that is if you can find reloading data for that bullet in that weight, a lot of times the bullet has a part number or a manufacturing, SKU, and you can find some data for it, then you're good to go. Usually if it's a weird bullet like that for your cartridge, go ahead and go to that bullet manufacturer, find the cartridge you're interested in and see if they list the bullet. You can check also the powder manufacturers, but it may be a little less likely that they'll include it. Who knows? But here's what's important about 9mm, and really kind of pistols in general. The jacketed bullets that are jacketed are usually, for 9mm, are going to be 3.55 diameter. Okay? And you can run across lead or plated bullets that are often 3.56 diameter. Now you can see on here that these Remington bullets I have, they are 3.55, and if I were to hit them with calipers, they do come right out. I'm not right perfect on there. They come out extremely close to 3.55. All right. So these are for a 9mm. If you can find data for them for 380, go ahead and put them in there. I have one loaded. This is out of my junk pile. Excessive run out. Crumpled the case. Mosquitoes. You can see if you have the barrel of your pistol, which I have a Glock here. Let's get you in the frame. You can see some of the bullets sticking out. Come on. Focus. Okay, you can see the bullet there. That's telling you that, it's gonna be a tight squeeze down the barrel, and that's probably to be expected. It just tells me I don't have a lot of muzzle wear on this particular gun, because I know this bullet really is designed to go down this barrel. All right. Well, what about 38 special bullets? Okay. Let me move the slide out of the way for that Glock. All right, 38 caliber, 38 special bullet. It's a 125. This is a pretty old bullet, but it's also a Remington. 357. All right, let's hit that with the calipers. All right, 357 right on the nose. Okay, jacketed again. All right, here's a lead berries that I picked up for a 38 special. And look at that, 358. It's one bigger because it's a lead bullet. Lead and jacketed. Barry sells lead and plated. Plated bullets a lot of times are a little bit bigger. Sometimes they're not. Usually they're thousandths bigger than the jacketed type. And the reason for that is they're softer and they engrave nicely in the barrel, so they don't create excessive pressure in the barrel or in the chamber even when they start, because they're kind of softer and they sort of mush easier. And a thousandth, probably isn't, unless you're really a machinist guy, a thousandth is a pretty small amount. Some guys, a thousandth is a huge amount. Well, okay, not really in this. So, can you put these in a 9mm? Right? I mean, you can see that there's quite a bit of bullet sticking out, but how much of it is really the bearing surface, right? I mean, you might think to yourself, well, gee, maybe I can use that. Well, let me tell you, those bullets aren't designed. Could they work? Yeah, you might not blow your gun up, right? But you might. You might. So don't do that. Okay, 338 357 is not 9mm. All right, they say right on here 38 357, 38 caliber. Okay, this here says 9mm caliber. Those 2000s between 355 and 357, that's a lot, because these barrels they're designed to work at a 355 jacketed bullet and a 356 plated or lead bullet. They are not designed to work with a 357 jacketed bullet. That 2000s is a lot when you're talking high pressures, and even if it's a short amount of time, that pressure's gonna go up a lot. You don't want to do that. Even these lead ones are just too big. Now maybe you're a lead, maybe you make lead bullets yourself. If you got a 38 or a 357 and you also have a 9mm and you want to run the same lead, get two different sizers, Run one to 358, run to 356. I don't have a 356 example for you guys, or I would show it to you, but I don't I don't have it. Right? So now the question is, well, could you put in a pinch, could you put these 355 jacketed down your 358 special 38 special or 357 Magnum? Yes, they will fit down it. They probably won't work very well, because if you think about it, they're probably going to skid a bunch down that barrel. And especially if you take like a lead or a plated, like a 356 plated or lead, and you put it down a 357 Magnum, it's probably going to be decent. It's probably going to lead a lot in your barrel. Like it'll leave big time lead deposits. And it probably won't really... it probably won't really work very much. So you might get a couple good ones, but once you get a lot of lead in your barrel, it's probably going to run pretty bad. So it's not recommended. I mean, these bullets pretty much say I'm a 9mm bullet, and these say I'm a 38 caliber bullet, and those aren't the same thing, and you really shouldn't interchange them. You can in one direction. You can put the smaller one through the bigger barrel, but don't be putting these in a 9mm barrel. This barrel's stamped 9 by 19. It is not designed for 38 caliber bullets. Okay?